there was a good 3 minutes of us not recording because of Waldo.
That's okay.
You would think that he would know me by now, like just intuition, like, oh, okay, he's talking. Maybe
You know
I
what?
should hit record.
I've internalized this concept. You never assume. You never assume somebody knows you, right?
Yeah.
Or somebody remembers your birthday. You can never assume.
Are you talking from experience?
Yeah. Might have been like a couple minutes ago, but
Yeah, somebody forgot your birthday.
maybe.
A significant day.
Yeah. But that's okay. It's okay.
You kind of have a tragic birthday.
I was born 6 years before that.
Damn, and you were 6 years old?
I was 6 years old. I remember that day so vividly. I was with my cousins celebrating my birthday. We were on the couch and then the news go up. 9/11, whatever, and like tragic thing.
So your sixth grade, that's first grade, right?
6 years old, yeah.
Yeah, first grade. So where were you? You working
I was just at home, back home in Italy. We were just celebrating my birthday. Then my birthday celebration just stopped, and we just watched the news the rest of the
in
night.
Italy.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're in a whole different country,
I'm in
and
a whole different country.
the significance of 9/11 reached out there.
They were broadcasting that like right when it happened, no matter where you're from. It was crazy.
That's a crazy perspective because like you hear about it, like people saying the world stopped on 9/11, just like Kobe,
It's
right?
true.
The world stopped when Kobe passed.
Right.
That shit's real.
It is.
How did the Italians take Kobe's death?
Well, okay. Great question. So many people don't know that Kobe spent 7 years in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
That dude speaks I don't know, numerous languages, but Italian, he is fluent. He's won my people's heart over and over again, just playing out there and going to school. Like he felt like he was part of us without looking like us, you know? He was like a citizen. He was Italian at heart. I like to believe. I watched Vanessa, his wife, post not too many days ago, and she said, I miss Kobe calling me Principessa, which means princess. So it kind of like dawned on me. I was like, wow. So Kobe like not only used Italian when he was out there, out and about doing like his press stuff, but he also like called his own wife princess, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of cute.
I wonder if he called his daughters that too.
Probably.
That's cute.
Gigi.
I just tell my
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. I just call my sons little badass. Come here, little badass.
I mean, if they deserve it, right?
Now they be good and shit.
Oh,
like, Dad,
then why?
I got green at school and shit. I'm like, good little badass. Because it can be double entendre, right? Like badass is like, oh, you a badass.
True.
And then badass like, damn, man, you a little badass.
True.
You know what I mean?
Their number one fan then.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
So is Ludo your government name?
So Ludo is just a nickname. It's what I go by with friends and family and stuff. But Ludovica is my artist name. And it's my full name.
Ludovica?
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ludovica.
Ludovica. A lot of people butcher it, but I'll tell you when you don't say it right.
Well, you correct, like, y'all, nah.
Yeah, I don't have like
fire.
that bad reaction. Like, come on, get it right. You should know, because why would they know?
Yeah.
You know, it's a foreign name. But yeah, I point it out from now and then.
Do you get a lot of like jokes about Ludacris?
Not really,
No.
but people do tend to like just call me Luda. Like they get lazy and they don't like really pronounce it Ludo. They just say, "Hey, Luda." I got that in high school a lot, actually.
Did you go to school out here in Utah?
Yeah, just the very last year of high school. Everything else I did back home, and then I finished college out here too.
So you were born in Italy,
Mm-hmm.
raised in the States?
No, well, I mean, I spent 17 years of my life in Italy, so I feel like I was born and raised there.
Yeah, that is raised.
And then the last 7 years, I just gave out my age. You're welcome. The last 7 years, I was brought up here. Let's say.
Where'd you first land when you came to the States? Utah. So straight Italy to here.
Straight to Utah. Yeah.
Is your whole family out here, like immediate family?
So right now they are, but funny enough, my family was out there the whole time when I was here doing, music and going to school. And then they moved to Boston.
Really?
Yeah, they were out there. My brother is out there. My brother composes out there, actually. But now my parents moved out here.
So is it a musical family?
It's very musical. Yeah. we don't have like that type of like competition going on, because we're all like, the good thing about us is we all do different aspects of music. Like I feel like we cover every area. Like my mom, for example, was an opera singer.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, my dad is like an orchestra conductor and vocal coach, but he understands a lot enough about like jazz and soul and pop that he was able to like coach me a little bit in that, even though like his main area is opera too. My brother is a composer. I'm like black sheep of the family, like pursuing R&B and soul. But yeah, so it's kind of cool.
So did you have a vocal coach? Like, was your mom your vocal coach, or?
So my story with that is a little interesting, because I was music started from a very young age, but it fell out of my life at a certain point. And so I didn't really study. I didn't grow up studying music. That's probably like the one regret of mine, actually. But I was introduced into like conservatories, and I started like studying music more towards opera to have like that solid background. But then it was like I felt I was given access to it so easily because of my family, that I was like, you know what, forget it. Like, I'm quitting, going to do something like more stable. So that's why I moved to the States. Moved out here to go to school to get a degree. So I wanted to forget about music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up studying something completely different, like PR, public relations, communication, languages, and stuff like that, which I didn't know later down the line they would have been like real helpful for like what I'm doing right
in your
now.
career, yeah.
Because I'm basically branding my own self, my artistry, and I know how to do that because of the knowledge.
Yep.
But yeah, so yeah, it wasn't something that I did constantly. You know, I was born with it, and it was recognized in me at a very young age, but it kind of like fell through the cracks, and then I rediscovered it.
That's dope. What school did you go to?
High school or college? UVU.
U of U.
Yeah, UVU.
UVU.
Yeah.
So Utah Valley.
Yeah.
What is it? What's the mascot over there?
Wolverine.
You're Wolverine.
Yeah, proud
Wolverine. Got into communications.
Yeah.
Did you graduate?
I did.
Okay, so you finished school.
Yeah.
How was that college experience?
It was great.
And why UV? Like, why UVU? Why didn't you go to like the U or?
So,
because UVU is kind of low key, like
it's low key, but it's high key.
Yeah, no, for real. I did parties there. Like,
right.
In 2000, I don't know if you were here at the time, but we did the Cat Daddy.
2012. That's when I.
Oh yeah, I think it was that year. We did the Cat Daddy event with what's the damn the Cat Daddy dance guys.
Oh my god.
Fuck, what is their names? They do the Cat Daddy.
I don't know.
Damn. Nobody gonna help me out? I forget their name. Oh, Cali District or Cali School District or something like that.
Cali School District. I might have been so new that I didn't know it was going on.
I say that to say this. They had a huge fucking party and it was popping. Yeah, it was popping. So that's why I'm like, okay, but you wouldn't know that coming here. You wouldn't know how popping it was.
I was probably like, okay, so back then in 2012, that's right when I came. So I was still in high school. I had no idea like there was such thing as UVU.
Your young ass.
Yeah, I was 17, so young. Didn't know the language. I probably looked so awkward, like trying to make my way out of nothing, basically.
So you go there and you didn't look at any other schools?
I actually applied for UVU and BYU, but then ended up, I don't know, UVU just came easy, you know, like it was, of course, like the open enrollment process, like it made it easier. I feel like BYU would have accepted me down the line, but they have like a longer acceptance process instead of like UVU being, you know, open enrollment. I just got the letter, you've been accepted. I'm like, oh my gosh, like my dream, mom, dad, like I'm going to the American university. So I just feel like I just went for what just came first. And it ended up being like a really good decision. Like UVU, hands down, is dope. The department was dope. The professors that taught me. And like I said, like all these things like aligned later on in the years when I finally realized, okay, music, you got to get back to this. This is what you were born for and with. And it all just came, you know, with how to handle yourself, how to sell yourself. You're now a product, you know? Yeah, there goes a lot.
Were you scared coming here? Did you know English, first of all?
Not at all. Dude, I did not know anything about how to speak and how to ask questions and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, hands down. People can definitely like testify that.
And you did one year of high school here and then jumped straight into college. Mm-hmm. That is wild. Were you fluent towards the end of high school, or when did you start to get fluent and feel confident?
I just feel like, so first off, I feel personally that I'm still improving. Like I don't speak perfect English for sure, but there isn't like a precise line mark that you're saying, okay, like November 10th I started speaking English, right? It just kind of like every day I would feel like I was able to understand a little bit more, and like now I understand like the subtitles, now I understand like the nuances, now I understand what this person is saying without talking. You know what I'm saying? Like it all just there were pieces that kind of like were put together, and then before I couldn't even like realize, like you were saying, I'm like, okay, I can express myself better. Last year I couldn't. It's like a gradual realization. Yeah.
So did it take you a while to understand the culture of like the R&B culture?
The R&B culture, not really. I feel like I embraced the culture from birth. Even though I look like a minority in that culture for sure. You know, rhythm and blues is not a white oriented, you know, necessarily genre, but you know, I always bring up this example. The first time I heard Sam Smith, we all probably thought the same thing.
He was black?
He's black. Yeah. Like there's no question. And then I go see visuals and I'm like, hold up. Like what? Yeah. You know, like he's white and from the UK. Like what's going on?
And gay?
And
it's
gay.
Like, it's like, wow.
Like he fits all the minorities, if you will. Yeah. But he's part of it. And he can be part of that, you know? I don't see a lot of females coming out from my country that are embracing that genre. So I feel like it's necessary to pursue something like that in such a welcoming time. Like 2020, you can be black, you can be Asian, you can be white, you can be anything. But if this is the gift you were born with and this is the way you sound, oh man, like people are going to listen to you, you know? Like there's no question about that.
I would say for the most part. I think that skin color definitely does play part of some people's challenges. Yeah. And it sucks. Did you face any of that, like coming out here? Did you even know about like racism and stuff?
So it's not a thing we talk about back home. Yeah. Mostly because I come from a very different like background than people like looking at me could perceive. Like I was brought up with oh my gosh, I can't say that word. Senegalese and Congolese and Nigerians. Okay. And a community of Jamaicans back home. So, yeah, I mean, that was my surrounding. Yeah. 24/7. So I never Italy. Found. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We have lots of Jamaicans out there. Lots of Africans, lots of Jamaicans.
That's wild to me. Yeah. Maybe because I'm just ignorant to the fact that it's not just Italians in Italy.
I mean, in some parts it is. Definitely like the North is very diverse, but it's less, it's more like people from Northern Europe. Like you can find Finnish people, Swedish and Norwegian and German, lots of German and Swiss people. And then as you go down, as you go more southern, which I'm closer to, I'm from Middle Italy, you find like Albanians and Romanians and like lots of Africans because we're closer, and Moroccans and the Spaniards. Like it's very colorful. It's very cool. So when I came out here, and like the real cultural change is coming out here and not seeing black people, I was like, wait, hold up a second. Like I thought the States were diverse.
Yeah.
You know what's going on.
And you went to one of the most whitest cities in the state.
And I didn't know. I was like, oh, it's close to, Vegas is close to LA. It must be diverse. But I was like, okay, like, well, I used to see more diversity back home than here. But yeah, it was cool.
Reality check, psych. It's not.
Yeah. So like back to your question, like how long did it take was it a big culture change? Like, yes, it was a big adjustment, but, it never felt like I needed to adjust to the genre that I felt I was born into singing.
Yeah.
More so than like an actual skin, cultural adjustment type of thing. Yeah.
So you got the single.
I got the single.
TMHLMS. That's a lot. What does that mean?
A lot of words. Trust my heart, love myself.
Okay, that's deep.
Yeah, it's very deep.
So how'd you come up with the single? Take me through this.
So this has been a long time coming. It's probably a melody that I just thought about for a lot of years. I have like a small little piano at home. I just kind of double some things, and that's how I write my pieces. So one day I just sat down, I started, composing the melody. And then I got with my boy Jay. For people who don't know, that boy Jimmy, he's a producer out here in Utah.
He's right there.
He happens to be right here.
He didn't want to come on mic. He's shy. So he's being cameraman on her phone that he couldn't open because he don't know her. He's going
live for me.
He don't know her password and her birthday.
He was the one that didn't know my birthday, by the way.
So he produced the joint.
He produced the thing, and then we just looked at each other. We're like, let's make it that much bigger. Let's do of this like a big project, because I think the song has potential. We laid down, the basic melody right now, so we decided to take it up to the LA world.
Yeah.
And we went out there, and then we linked up with Brendan Martin. He's the vocal mixer and co-writer of the song. And then producer Raven Taylor with Juice and Tea Productions.
Yeah.
Man, dream team. We're talking about like people who just invested their soul into this. And we took months and months and months to like come up with the best of what you can hear right now. And visuals were done by my boy Evan Moore with Elm Productions.
Elm Productions.
So shout out to you, Evan. He's the film director of this. He just created the whole concept of like putting me in ropes at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
If you guys have seen it. Just because this song is like, I'm going through this breakup and I'm processing it mentally and physically too. Like we wanted to give that visual that it's breakup pain can be also like physical pain,
Absolutely.
It's like a 360 experience. But the song doesn't really, the beauty of the song is Trust My Heart, Love Myself. It's the title itself. Like, you don't stop there. It doesn't stop at pain. It stops at when you finally realize, I gotta love myself.
Yeah.
I gotta start from somewhere to be able to love better, me and somebody else in the future,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long did it take to like start to finish? You had the idea.
Yeah.
You put the little note on the keyboard. Start to finish. When did you like complete the whole project?
If we count when I conceptualized the melody of this, we're talking about 4 years ago.
Really?
But when we started producing, it was July 2019. So fill in the gap right now.
Yeah. That's a long process.
Yeah.
It's going to take that long for the next one?
No, absolutely not.
I'm like, damn.
I promised myself, this is a promise that I'll do to this podcast and everywhere in the world, you guys. Like, I'm never going to take that much time to like produce anything else, because it's not that it was unnecessary. This was obviously my first child.
Yeah.
Like I had to go through that whole, like, I went into labor for this project. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole childbirth, but I
mean, child usually about 9 months, but
I know, not 5 years, right? Yeah, that was 5 kids combined, I guess. No, it was, and I feel like every artist goes through this process. Like, your first song is always like that, you doubt yourself, you fall into like this, like mental game, like will this project be my first, launching good project? Because, you kind of want to put out something that defines you.
Yeah.
That, people look at and say, oh, okay, yeah, the TMH LMS girl, the trust my heart girl, the love myself girl. How do people will recognize your stuff once it's out? So I feel like I had my little, mental game going on with this piece, but everything else is coming out like on a quicker, more creative driven, less of that 90% of like cut the crap, cut the self-doubt, and more of like, let's be creative. Let's sit down in the studio. Let's actually make music and let's actually put it out.
What doubt did you have in yourself?
Well, how I wanted to be, showcased to the world, what kind of image I wanted to build. For a lot of years, I had this conflict between like, should I be called Ludo? Should I go by my full name? It was small little like stupid stuff like that, Yeah, that took too long.
I had a conversation with another creator that was talking about a podcast he wanted to do. And he's like, I don't want to start it yet because I don't have a name. And I think that a lot of times creators hold themselves back overthinking shit. Now, granted, I understand the total package. You want it to be done right, right? But at the same time, it's like you're delaying yourself. You're delaying people that are anticipating it. Because I've been watching your IG for a while, and I'm like, okay, when's she going to drop her shit? You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
I'm like, when is she going to drop her shit? When is she doing this, right? Yes. But, I mean, you're a busy woman, right? You're an actress, model, you know what I mean? Like, you do a lot of shit. So I get it. There's different things, but how do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about creators hindering their products, like doing stuff?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. You're tapping into like a close to my heart type of topic. So I am all for competent creators. Okay? So that being said, you also got to take in mind, you got to be creative because you're a creator. So creator or creation is something that you teach to yourself. It's not something that you look at a YouTube video and say, okay, now I learned how to be a creator. Now I got my idea. Like whenever an artist makes a song, they're teaching themselves something. You know what I'm saying? Like the kind of runs that you come up with, the kind of like flow of the lyrics, like that's all coming up to you like right there and then.
Yeah.
So how do you cut that? That's something so spontaneous, but you can't put that out alone. Add to it like your competency, add your knowledge, add your branding. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I brag about, not really brag, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
go ahead, talk your shit.
I've had this opportunity to go through 4 long years of university. You know, I learned how to brand myself. I learned a lot about things that I thought wouldn't correlate with music, but they're all coming in handy right now, you know? And so I am, you know, and everybody who's witnessed me in the studio will say the same thing. When I'm in the studio, I don't talk promotion. I don't talk, how is this video gonna, you know, make a million hit? How am I gonna go viral off of this? That is my time to be creative. And that's it. The moment I step out of that, you and I can meet and say, hey, how do we launch this? What date? Should we make it like during a holiday? Should we use a certain like hashtag? You know, like, you know, stupid branding stuff like that. So these things are to be separate, you know, like be creative when you gotta be creative, and then think about, you know, how to brand yourself, how to promote. So going back to your question, like the self-doubt is definitely there. And to these artists that are trying to find that niche, trying to find that crack that they can, you know, surpass and finally like start putting content out, I would say get acquainted with what music does to you and how you can translate that to music that you put out for other people, because music is not for you. Music is for other people. You know, once that product is out, they're listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So
they're
how
gonna
is that
interpret.
though? Because you're the one creating it though.
Yeah.
Right? But so wouldn't you want to create it for you to enjoy it too?
Oh yeah. That's not part of like you're creating it for other people. That's part of you know, that's your artistry.
Mm-hmm.
An artist that can't create is basically aborting their art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like something is within you and you don't. You're just the middleman between what you have in you and what is gonna look like outside for people to perceive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the response been on the video?
It's been better than I thought.
Well, what was your expectation?
I try not to have expectations in the first place. And this goes like in general in life. But what I was starting to think it would be, you know, just a local response and like a lot of like of my own personal connections would, you know, show up and show the love. But like I've heard the single like playing in Paris and in Italy back home and like different states, and like having people that I wasn't personally connected to just like pick up the song and post about it without like anything. It's been great. And it's been like less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Part of the branding, right?
It is.
Part of the marketing, getting it out. I was impressed. The video was dope.
Thank you.
Who made the dress? The dress kind of stood out to me in the end of the video. I was like, because I didn't expect that. Like that
was like
scene,
a shock factor.
Yeah, the scene that scene right there.
Yeah.
Kind of like was like, oh shit! Like I didn't expect that.
So when I talked to our director, film director Evan, and we were kind of like going through the scripting of the video, I said, you know, we have this long chunk of the song at the very end that was added to the song, and it's for people just to vibe out. What can we do? You know, let's just showcase a little bit of my modeling background, you know? And he was like, oh yeah, let's do that. But we need like a statement jacket or a statement piece. And I was like, yeah, let's do a statement jacket. Let's do like something that stands out that people wouldn't expect. So I got to I got to showcase a little bit of my modeling poses and stuff that I learned in the past. And the jacket was actually done and created by a designer from New York. Shout out to you, Ayana. She's my girl.
I thought it was a dress. Right? It's a coat or it's a jacket?
Coat. It's a jacket, yeah.
I thought it was a dress. Right. That's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah. And yeah, she made it. This was all done in like very little time back during Christmas time. I got the package during New Year's, and I opened it up, and it was this big old jacket. I'm like, oh my gosh, the video's gonna be dope. Yeah, when I tried it on, oh man, that's all stuff that's gonna be posted on Instagram too, like the behind the scenes kind of like what happened with this video. I feel like people want to know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I think that content, honestly, for me personally, is more interesting than the actual product, if that makes sense.
The behind the scenes?
Yeah. Like
I can see that.
I guess the struggle, it might not even be the struggle, but the things that people go through to see the finished product of something great.
Right. How did it happen?
Exactly. Like the Kobe doc, right? Like we see Kobe win championships, but we didn't see the arguments, the struggles that he had in the locker room and things like that. Like that stuff entertains me more than watching the actual NBA finals.
Right. And that's the reason why I totally agree with you. That's the main reason why I think I decided to pull through a crew as well and do BTS.
Yeah.
We literally have 45 minutes of BTS of what actually went on in the 2-day shooting.
That's behind the scenes, so don't go nasty.
Oh yeah. Behind the scenes.
Yeah, some people don't know that. Okay. They're like, BTS, is that their mind can go somewhere else.
Oh no. Yeah. Behind the scenes. We're still talking about the video, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we documented everything. Like these people follow me everywhere, like in the hotel, when we shot at the right here Vega Media Studio. up in North Salt Lake.
Okay.
Beautiful studio, really cool and professional, and we got all that stuff coming.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
It's fun. It's fun.
Kind of speaking of film, I seen that you made a cameo in the Inglewood film over the
my
holiday.
brothers.
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
yeah,
I love Inglewood.
Yeah, salute to them. They're gonna come up here to do some work with the Young OG Perspective pretty soon.
Okay.
So, but anyway, yeah, they I seen the video. I didn't know who you were at first because I swear this was during the holidays. This was last year.
Yeah.
When they released that, and so I wasn't in tune with you just yet. So now I'm like, oh shit, that was her.
It was before Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we shot in Provo, our Red Cava. This sweet spot, like Polynesian beverage spot.
Yeah.
It was so cool. You saw the skit, right?
Yep.
It's so funny.
They did a really good job on it.
Yeah. They're so clever with their movies and things.
What was your line? I got your line. I took a note. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. What's the line? I could put makeup on dead people too.
Oh, dude. How did you say that?
Is that what? Hold on. Let me get my acting on. Hold on.
I had the gun sideways.
Yeah. I could put makeup on dead people too.
Yo, can I be straight up with you guys?
Yeah.
I've acted in like different things, but saying that line was so hard. I don't know if it's because like the words, I can't put makeup on dead people. I don't know if I was nervous or anything. Like I struggle so much. You can ask JD like how many takes he had to take.
A lot of takes.
And it was just
I need the behind the scenes JD. I need to be.
No, you better burn that.
I need the retakes.
JD, burn the behind the
Ludo,
scenes, please.
get it right. Come on. We're rolling here. No, you did a good job. It was a good finished product.
It was good.
How'd you get in touch with them? How'd you learn about them?
How did I? You catch me off guard. I don't know. I met Tua first.
As always, Tua knows everybody.
I met Tua first, and then from there, I just think. Oh, actually, so because I used to act a little bit more before going into music full time, I went to Utah Film Award.
Okay.
And that's where I met everybody because they won.
Yeah.
And so I went and saw this group like cheering, and I was like, who's this brotherhood right here? Like that's the dream team right there.
Yeah.
So I met Tua.
Plus, it's the most black people you've seen since you left Italy.
Right. Exactly. There you go. Yeah.
You're like, whoa, who are they? Okay.
Yeah. No, they're a family to me.
Yeah.
They're a family.
That's how they move too. I mean, I don't know. I haven't like sat in with them or anything, but
Absolutely.
Just from what I see and what I know of Pell and everything like that, they move as a unit.
Yeah.
And
that's how it should be.
I like it. You know what I kind of compare it to, and maybe this is the wrong comparison. Maybe people are going to kill me for it, but kind of like Adam Sandler is. You know how like Adam Sandler has all his homies in his stuff?
Yeah.
And how they always move? Like, you know, if it's Adam Sandler movie, there's going to be Rob Schneider. There's going to be...
I can see that, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They just take... This is what I noticed, like, with working with them. Like, the actual environment on set is less about stressing about takes and like, being super precise. It's more about, like, they check on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've literally heard, I can catch Pell saying, "Do you feel comfortable saying this line?" Or are you doing okay, Ludo? Or Tua, like, "Are you okay? Like, just let me know if you need anything."
Yeah.
Like, where do you find that? You know, we're talking about like a professional set.
Yeah.
And the fact that they can be so family oriented and bring on this like peaceful spirit, but also like be darn good at what they do. Like the final product doesn't transpire like, oh, those people were actually laughing on set, or those people actually are family.
Yeah.
You know, it transpires like, yeah, they're super professional, they're super legit, you know, but behind the scenes it's like we all had fun. Hands down, you know.
Was that your first project with them?
Yeah. Not the last one.
Oh, what?
Might have said something I wasn't supposed to say.
Which movie you in?
I don't know if I can say it yet.
Are you working with Lonzo?
I'm working with JD.
Okay.
So
is there an actor in this film? Is his name Alonzo?
no, we might think about 2 different projects.
Okay.
But it's a movie.
Who's starring?
Oh, come on, man. You can't ask me this question.
Is it already shot? Have you guys started shooting?
Maybe.
Why are you being so secretive?
Because I don't know. I should ask JD. You friends with him.
Come on.
Ask JD.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how much he wants me to say. Let's just put it at that.
Are we gonna be excited?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, you can tell us this. Is it a serious role? Is this a comedy? Is this an action?
It's an action movie.
Is it Saya?
No.
Okay.
Similar.
Okay.
Similar vibe, but
right.
like badass vibe.
Dope.
Like a Marvel level vibe.
Dope.
Yeah.
Are you is this like, are you got a lot of lines in this? Are you supporting role?
Yeah. That's the thing. They want me to be a main role in this movie.
Dope. That's a good thing, right?
It is.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm just, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot with the music and when, the movie starts and everything. But, I believe so much into the plot that I was like, I can't turn this down. Plus, they're family. So
it sounds like a good opportunity.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
How do you manage your stress with all this going on?
So I just let it happen.
You just said
I just let it happen. I literally, some of my friends don't hear from me like on some days. I'm just probably like at home just dealing with my emotions. Like being an artist, that's the other thing about being an artist. You got to be so in touch with your emotions. Like you can't just, shrug them away. Mm-hmm. I'm going through this or whatever. Like express it. Like place it somewhere because it's happening somewhere in your body. Just know where it's at and then just let it happen. Anger is good. Sadness is good. It's good to notice that. It's not good to avoid it. So whatever happens, I let it happen. And then I get to a better place. And when I'm in a better place, I, write happy songs. When I'm not in a better place, I write these type of songs, like, and it shows. Like it's kind of cool. Like I've had some feedback from people who have listened to the song up until now, and they're like, it's so interesting to me how people like this has communicated so many different messages to different people just for the sole fact that each and everybody's going through different emotion, right?
Yeah.
If you listen to this beat happy, like you're in a very happy place in your life, you're going to appreciate like the outfit, you're going to appreciate like the visuals, you're going to appreciate like the highs of the song, or like some words like love yourself. Yeah, girl, because I love myself too, But if you're in a sad place, like though, especially the beginning of the song when I'm talking about like, my emotional and mental state about going through this heartbreak is like, I've had people reaching out like, Ludo, you made me remember some things that I forgot about when I broke up with my ex. Not in a bad way. Like they just put me in a space where I understood like certain moves I did back then, or like why it ended, or why we did some things down the line. So it's kind of cool. Like you can perceive a song whether you are in a happy place, sad place, whatever place you are,
Yeah.
It talks to you.
It did for me. Just at the title alone, like the way that it did for me was, I know like emotional type shit, just more of like trusting myself and understanding that the things that I want to do might not appeal to everybody, right? And things like that. And I don't know. I think it hit me in a happy place because I'm in a happy mood, right? Just like you said. So
yeah. I'm glad. This makes me happy a lot. Like it's definitely
not to cut you off, but I'm not gonna lie. It did kind of piss me off though.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Because
dang, okay.
I wanted more.
In what regard?
More songs.
Oh, absolutely. It's coming, man.
So you put out the one song. I'm driving in my car.
It's coming.
Oh, okay. I'm bumping it.
Let me.
And then there was nothing else.
I'm saying
next.
all the things that I shouldn't say today. 2 songs are coming out this Friday.
Yeah.
And so
you got them on your phone?
Maybe.
Come on, let me just get a sneak peek.
Oh shoot.
Sneak peek.
Shoot. I
what
don't.
You got? You got the iPhone? You got the iPhone 11?
Yeah, I do.
I even got the plug-in for you. Look, no
shoot.
excuses.
I don't know if I can. Okay, let's sneak peek.
Who owns your music?
Me.
You.
Yeah.
You the boss?
Well, those are collaborations.
Oh, with who?
With 2 local artists, actually. 2 fire, like bomb artists.
Who?
Shout out to Keta, Young Keta, and Maycon.
I've been talking to Maycon.
There you go.
I've been saying it Mecon, so it's MEI, right?
Maycon, yeah.
Yeah, it's Maycon.
MEI. KN.
He has the Gift single that just came out. That shit's
Oh,
hard.
my girl Esther, yeah.
I like his music.
I
So he won't have no problem with you
his
sharing?
I believe he doesn't. All right, let's do it. Okay. Just a sneak peek though.
Should we call him first and just be like, yo, are you okay with this?
I mean, if you want to. You got his number?
I don't got his number. Do you think he would answer if I called him on IG?
Oh, he would answer like hands down. He's always on IG.
And
that guy, by the way, you guys.
Oh, he just sent me a voice message. Let's see.
There you go.
I don't know. I'm not gonna play it just because it might be something wild. Should I play it? Should I play Russian roulette right now with the phone? Just play it. See what he says.
This is getting too wild. Go ahead.
What if he's like, man, don't play the Ludo song? What if he's like talking shit on you?
No, he's one of those that would be supportive.
Yeah.
The other artist is a little bit like me. He's a little bit like more conservative.
Well, we're gonna call him right now. We're calling Maycon. Let's see if Maycon answers.
Maycon, man.
Maycon.
What's up?
Hey, you're live on the podcast, so don't say anything incriminating.
Hey.
Hey, I'm sitting here with Ludo.
I don't know if you know her.
I don't know if you know her.
Of course, that's my sis for sure. What's up?
What's up, May?
So she supposedly has a new record with you, and she said, I'm trying to get her to play it, but she said that you're featured on it, or vice versa.
Yes.
And I wanted to get your permission before we get a little sneak peek on this.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Heck yeah! Go ahead and plug in your phone. Cool. I was saying your name the wrong way, and she corrected me, so you'll see it when this drops. You'll see it. But,
he doesn't know you like that. He doesn't know you like me, Maycon.
Yeah, I don't know you like that. So she had to check me. She had to check me real quick. But I didn't listen to your voice message just yet because I didn't know if you were talking shit on her. So I didn't want to.
Oh, he would never.
I didn't want to cause no problems. But
yeah, we good though.
We're cool.
Yeah, we cool.
Wait, hold up.
What?
Maycon, I need the beat. You need to send it to me.
You need the song? I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay.
Damn, you don't even have the song. You lied.
No, that's how private this dude is. He's like, I'm not gonna show it to you until Friday, and I'm like, I'm in the song.
All
you know.
So Maycon, you're gonna come up here and we're gonna play Gifts. So I'm not gonna play it until you come up here.
Yeah.
I really like that song, but
I'm down for sure.
Cool. Shoot her the song, and we'll check back in with you later, man.
All right, cool. I'm gonna
love
send
you,
it to
man.
you right now.
All right, brother.
I love you too, guys.
Peace. Cool, man. He's a nice guy. I like him.
See how nice he is. He's honestly, without like being biased or anything, he's one of the top artists out here. I think, in my opinion,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely in the top rank. Because that guy has just this guy was able. The reason why I say he's such an inspiration to me because he's part of that niche. He's part of those guys that were able to like get rid of that mental block and just go for it. He's releasing. He's competent. He's a competent artist, but he's also willing to just put himself out there and be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a beat might not be refined to the perfection.
Yeah.
But he's still posting that. So I'm taking that route. Some more songs are coming. I promise.
Good, because I'm going to hold you to it. Every week I don't get...
Please do.
I say every month that we don't get a song, I'm going to come in here and I'm
it's coming every month. It's coming every month.
Why don't you do the covers anymore? Because I seen the Janae Aiko one.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen the video. I subscribed to your YouTube channel.
There you go. Okay. That was you. Okay. That
I'm
was you too?
I'm the only one that subscribed. Like,
yeah, I have.
Oh, that was you.
No, I just saw the name. I was like, okay. Why do I don't do covers? They're coming. They're in the process. I've been wanting to do another Janae Aiko because that's my girl.
Yeah.
But I'm also digging LMA right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What about Summer Walker?
Oh, I love that girl.
Yeah.
I love her to death. That's another artist that it's like up there for me. She is able to put her emotional self in everything she does, you know, even standing in front of like accepting an award.
Yeah.
You know, she can be herself. That's the type of artist that, you know, people should aspire to be, me included, you know. Just be in touch with your emotions. Like don't be afraid.
Yeah.
We've seen it all in the industry. We've seen the crazy one, we've seen the chill one, we've seen the high one, we've seen the party goer. I don't know. We've seen it all. So you shouldn't be afraid about what type of artist you want to portray because that's you.
Yeah.
You know, you do you. You present that to the world. And then because they will like your songs, they'll accept you too.
I think as long as it's authentic, like you
There you
said,
go.
as long as you're being yourself and you're authentic, I think that you'll win.
Always.
Who are some of your inspirations musically?
Love that. So I listen to surprisingly, a lot of UK artists. I'm a 9075 girl. Jacob Collier is a big inspiration of mine. These are kind of non-mainstream, but kind of mainstream for the people who matter, you know? Like, I'm talking about people whose audience in their shows and tours is like Clive Davis and like all the big dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what else? Ella May, a little bit more mainstream. Summer Walker, Rihanna.
Man, we still need to get that Rihanna album. I've been waiting.
I mean, she's been on vacation right now, so
Rihanna
enjoying her boyfriend or fiance, whatever she has right now.
She booed up?
I mean, I don't know. I've seen some rings.
Are you booed up?
No.
Why you say that like you're disgusted?
I mean, didn't you listen to my song, man?
I did, but I mean, that was 9 years ago.
No. So that was 5.
All right.
No, I was once. I'm not.
Was this at a college or during college?
It was pretty recent. It was in the last 2 years. Yeah, committed relationship. Not married or anything, but committed to each other, and then we just kind of like fall into different paths. And then this is where I picked up the song again. You know,
Gotcha.
I was like, I gotta write about this.
So now he's gonna hit you up and be like, "Yo, why you do this to me?"
He hasn't yet.
Are you expecting it?
No. Like I said, I don't expect. So that got quiet real quick.
Because we got real for a minute.
We've been real.
Yeah.
The whole time. I hope.
I'm not me. I'm a fake bastard.
Oh shoot.
I'm just playing. So no guy who's been sliding in your DMs.
Famous or not?
Whoa, you got both?
I don't know, man. Like some crazy stuff has been happening since the release of this video.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but there's always been. There's creeps and non-creeps, but I'm not actually like interested in pursuing right now.
Was that a something that you were aware of as far as like coming to the States, young, going to a university you have no idea about? Because Utah is known for like some pretty traumatizing things happen to women at universities.
Or getting married at like 19, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I had to learn that. I mean, when I was out here, I just started seeing all my high school friends like later down the line, like they were all married, and I was like the only one not getting married. I'm like, what's going on? Is it something wrong with me? Like,
yeah.
But no, like I understood it's part of the culture, and with the industry it was a little bit more natural. Like I being brought up in the industry with like a family that understood like, where to go, where to be, who to know, whatever. I always knew like, they always say, Ludo, be careful.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a lot of, I don't like the word snakes. There's gonna be a lot of haters. There's gonna be a lot of people who want to do you wrong, but just as much as you're moral with yourself and who you are, and like we go back to the fact being authentic. Like if my authentic self is conservative, is, you know, like, you know, kind of like a Billie Eilish. Her authentic self is not showcasing her body. She says it over and over again. Like the beauty of me wearing baggy pants and baggy sweaters is that people don't actually know how my body looks like. How beautiful is to have that to yourself. Yeah. You know, but that's her.
Granted, she's 12.
A little bit older than that, but yeah, she's young.
What happens when she's 21?
I don't know what's gonna happen to her when she's 21.
Wild out here with bikinis.
I don't think she's gonna change. She's one of the few artists that I don't think she's gonna go into like that major Miley Cyrus phase. You know, she's gonna stay.
I mean, that was the extreme. I wouldn't go Miley.
I mean, but she's like the perfect example, right?
Fuck.
Of identity crisis. Yeah. So yeah, I think she's gonna stay true to herself, and people love her. Yeah. And will continue to love her just for that. You know.
You mess with her? You like her?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Hands down. And her producer.
That's her brother, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Phineas. Shout out to Best Producer of the Year. What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah. He deserves it.
You think so?
They both do. I think so.
Not London on the track?
You got me there.
Yeah. I mean, it's because he's white, huh?
No. Whatever. No, I think Phineas deserves it because, I don't know, he brought something different. You know, he's one of those that made me reminisce a little bit of that Jacob Collier vibe. This dude adds like sounds that are not in the computer. Mm-hmm. You know, he's adding to music.
Well, he plays instruments.
There you go.
Yeah.
And there goes the competency, you know. You don't gotta be like this know-it-all. But like the more you dig into what can I do? How can I be different instead of new? What can I be? What can I be in this beat? You know, the more you're going to speak differently to people, you know? Yeah. And that's what I personally want to do with my own music.
Well, I think you're on your way.
Thank you.
How was the Slap Lake City showcase that you were performed at?
It was dope. Shout out to DJ Juggy. He's the main plug for that. So yeah, it was dope. Great turnout. Got to perform the song. That was the first time showcasing it before the actual release. And then I got to sing Janae Aiko's cover. Yeah, nice. Which is fun.
Was that your first performance here in Utah?
No, I've had other shows. I've had a show down in Utah County at the Rice. You've heard of that? Yeah. Yeah. And then we've performed with different groups. Yeah, in Salt Lake City mainly. Yeah.
You have any performances lined up?
We have Soul Flow this Saturday.
Where's that at?
Mill Creek. It's at the Changing Lanes studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this open to everybody or?
It's a open performance. You got to sign up for it. So they schedule you in to be a performer, but it's open
to the audience.
To the audience to listen to discover like what is actually going on in the society, what kind of new artists, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun platform, so I'm excited to perform there for the second time. So
maybe I'll pop up.
Yes, please do.
Like, yo, I know her.
Yeah, I heard of her once.
She was on my podcast.
Yes.
You talking shit on everybody else. No, I'm just playing.
Never. I would never.
I just like to use the aesthetic of drama. Yeah. I'm not about drama. But
you're not?
Nah.
Yeah. Drama is hard, man.
Look, if you were doing it, you're coming in at a perfect time. Why? And I say that because if you came out here early 2000s,
there's a lot of drama.
A lot of drama.
Shoot.
They wouldn't let you in a venue.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah, like folks would have. Yeah, it was really cutthroat.
Huh.
But I think in today's day and age, you're able to create your own opportunities now. Yeah. Right. There's only like everybody can learn how to record themselves at this point. Right. Anybody can do a podcast. Like anybody can do anything. Anybody can get a camera and do a music video. Right. Yeah. But back then, it wasn't. There was only a handful of people that recorded you. Yeah. And there was only a handful of people that can do video. Right. So there was a lot of butting of heads.
It was one way.
Yep.
But just like the industry, like back in the days, because there were fewer artists. Yeah. It was one way. You know, one way to stream or sell.
Yeah.
You know, it was very, it was exclusive in a way and kind of cool if we think about it, because nowadays there's so many platforms. Like, like, are people going to stream on Apple Music? Are people going to stream on Tidal, Pandora? Like, these are like, there's so many ways people can find your music, and sometimes like the payback can be like so spread out because you have so many ways to share it with people.
Yeah.
But it has its pros too, because you're basically, when you decide to put music out there, now you're like available to the world. You're like in this pool of artists, and let me tell you, there's so many artists.
Oh yeah,
there's so many. But it's kind of cool that you can be you. Not to bring up for the third time this guy from the UK, but this guy Jacob, who's also coming to Salt Lake. He's touring the whole world. This 25-year-old is touring the whole world from the UK. This guy won 4 Grammys from his bedroom.
Dope.
He has a studio in his bedroom. Like, he goes live and does live Logic sessions of like 300 plus tracks of every single beat he makes. He's insane. He's one of those, like, I call genius.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see his bed, and right next to his bed is all his instruments and his setup.
So obviously you're going to see him. Oh
yeah, I bought the ticket.
So how do you make that connection to hopefully get to talk to him and all that?
I don't know, but I man, if I could make a song with this dude, he's one of those that, hands down, I would say, I want to work with you.
Did you do you record at one place?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you give them heads up like, yo, this day, if I have the opportunity, I need the engineer ready to go?
Shoot, yeah.
You need to have that conversation, because shit like that happens.
Yeah.
Like a spontaneous thing might happen.
Oh yeah.
I can't tell you countless times where I just been in the right place at the right time.
Right.
Like, one of the standout things for me was getting to meet Michael Jordan.
Did you?
17. 17,
Dang.
man. My idol. Like, it got to the point where when I was a young kid in Portland, me and my friends used to sit on the corner when the Bulls played the Blazers.
Right.
We would wait outside of it's called Nike Town in downtown Portland, and we would wait to see if he came, because there was always a myth, urban legend of him having his office at the top. So we're like, okay, the Bulls are coming in. He's probably gonna go to his office. He never showed up. But when I was 17, here in Utah, I met him at a club called Green Street. Yeah, I was 17 and I was hustling and stuff like that. So I was able to get in and met him. It was pretty cool. But it was to say that.
And actually talk to him?
Well, I mean, no, not at all.
Okay.
But I got to meet him.
Met.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because one of my, I call him my brother. He's in the same fraternity.
Okay.
So it was like one of those like things, right place, right time.
That's dope.
I say that to say, tell your folks, like, be on standby, because you never know. Like, you might be able to run into him, at the Maverick or something. And be like,
that'd be an honor. That would be an honor. Just like people have done with Post Malone.
Yeah.
People just screenshot stuff of Post, like, at Mavericks or like at Walmart, and
fucking Post is everywhere. He's a local.
Crazy. Yes.
Like my brother.
That's another artist I admire too.
Post. What makes you admire Post?
I feel like he's genuine. He doesn't really. He was able to be like one of those that cut the crap and just get to the creative stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though the industry can be so intricate sometimes, like, he doesn't let that get to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just able to, let his, vibrato, like his own original tone show up.
Yeah.
And just be him, like, yeah. And I think that's the main quality I look for when people ask me, like, who do you look up to? I'm gonna look at you and say, are you you? Are you presenting you, or are you presenting like a facade? You know? But at the same time, if we talk about Lady Gaga, who has an alter ego, that's not bad. She's able to bring a different spectrum of her.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not her. It's part of her, But that's good about it. It's when you're not just transpiring like even like a bit of what is you.
Yeah.
That is like hard to believe you, even in your music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Prince did that.
Yeah.
You know,
Prince also wore assless chaps.
purple, man.
Are you a
gotta
Prince fan?
represent- Yeah,
Michael Jackson?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think it's kind of funny how people have like mixed feelings about Michael Jackson. Because maybe it's like the musician side of me that makes me look at him just as a musician.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't care about what happened in his life and his past or whatever, and it's, you know, all this conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I just look at like how he just revolutioned everything. He made Chris Brown, you know, another artist that I really like listen to ever since I could remember. You know, he made him, and he says it himself. Like he's one of his main inspiration is Michael Jackson. So the sole purpose of him bringing about like a genre and just completing it, you know, and being the king of it, the best at it, and just start a wave, and then everybody else follows. You know, it's revolutionary. That's what artists do, you know.
What's next for Ludo?
A lot more music.
Mm-hmm.
You don't believe me?
You still even played the song.
He sent it to me. We're talking.
We've been waiting.
All right. So this, y'all, you want to hear it right now?
Let's hear it. Let's hear a little bit of it.
All right. Okay. So this is Quality Time, you guys. It's kind of fire. Let's see if it plays.
Quality Time?
Quality Time. Dropping on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Who made the beat?
Macon.
Quality. Lately I've been going too hard at work when I should be right there with you, girl. Spending that time that we need for sure, but I've been busy, yeah, busy. But it's time that I take responsibility. I'ma take a day off. We gon' do some stuff, yeah.
Hey.
We gon' take the time to learn each other, cause it's been too long. We need some quality time, yeah. Quality time, yeah. Quality time, yeah. Quality time, yeah.
Say we go together, let it last
Okay,
forever.
Ludo.
Then I'm
Who's
ready
that?
for you.
Who that?
Yeah. You say you need quality time. Love is working, people don't know how to find it. Communication, commitment, alignment for each other. I'm sorry to talk to you this way, baby. Someone's gotta say it. Start again on your page, on your face. Maybe you'll change.
Quality.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
That's Quality Time, y'all.
Valentine's Day. We're waiting.
Coming out for the lovers. You know, he had this beautiful project. He brought me on in a team of 4 girls. So he just wanted to cover like different love languages. So he said like physical touch, and he picked like an artist. We picked Quality Time for ours, and I think it's a beautiful project he's putting up, and he's releasing the whole EP like on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
So I'm so stoked.
Are there going to be visuals for that?
Maybe in the future. We just got the audio done for Valentine's. But I'd be down to do a video with him for Quality Time.
I just think of like a dude, maybe him, like in his front room, shirtless, playing his guitar.
Candlelight dinner.
Yeah.
Kind of like throwback to my song.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Who was the guy in that video?
Oh, it was
that Evan?
It was an actor of mine. No, it was
Oh.
the actual guy you're talking about in the dinner, right?
Yeah.
His
'Cause
name
we
is
never seen
Dele.
his face.
I mean, you can see his profile for like a second.
I just seen the back of his head when they panned up.
Yeah, yeah. This boy's name is Dele. He's one of the actors out here in Utah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a very good guy. Really cool. He's in the behind the scenes. We got to interview almost everybody in the team.
Dope.
Yeah, he's great. Good
Please
friend.
tag me in all your shit so I can watch it.
I will.
Cool. Anything else that you want to get off your chest or shout out?
Yeah. I want to say one thing. Love yourself. That's it.
Okay. How do you love yourself? No, I'm not gonna start it. I'm not gonna
It's like, do we have one more hour right now?
No, I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
We can do it again.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you had a good time.
I had a blast.
Cool.
You're very easy to talk to.
I try.
Yeah.
Try to make it open.
Yeah.
I always tell
this is
people.
a conversation.
Yep, it's a conversation. Now people got to know you a little bit better.
Yeah.
Go check out the video. Stream the single on all your social or streaming platforms. I personally got it on my Apple iTunes because
Okay, iTunes guy.
anything else is repug.
You don't like Spotify?
Nah.
Okay.
Even though I'm on Spotify, I don't really fuck with it like that.
You're an iTunes guy.
Yeah, just because
That's
it's on
okay.
my phone, it's right there. Like
I like Apple Music.
I'm like, and I got the Apple Play in my car.
Yeah.
So when I plug in my phone, it's already there. I'm just like, yo,
There you go.
play Ludo, and then it plays.
There you go.
But
Yeah, please stream and show some love.
what's your socials?
Ludovica songs, all everywhere, all the
Okay.
platforms.
Spell that out for them, because that
Ludovica songs with a Z at the end.
love
Like
it.
Zebra.
Love it. Go subscribe to her YouTube channel. And thank you for everybody that's been supporting our YouTube channel. Salute to Waldo, Free Temptation Marketing on Facebook. Waldo Munoz on Facebook. Damn, I just gave your government out. Damn. Be all right.
Oh shoot.
You want to shout out Jerry or no?
Yeah. Shout out to that boy Jimmy.
I mean Jimmy. I said Jerry. Jimmy.
Tom
My
and
bad.
Jerry out here.
Jimmy, my bad. Thank you for coming. I'll see you soon.
you.
I'm probably gonna pull up on Saturday.
We'll sit down. We'll sit down again for sure. I want to
sure.
see you on Saturday.
I might pull up.
Okay.
I got kids and stuff. You know. I don't want to commit to nothing because isn't it
Right.
all ages event? Or
all
no?
age.
Maybe I'll bring my boys.
Do it. People bring their kids out there. Yeah.
You don't
It's a
got no
family
kids, huh?
environment. Nah.
Is that gonna be in the future?
Probably. I'll probably write a song about that. Who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're out of here. Thank you again. Everybody have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.